The movie we are going to explain here is Hatchet Part 2. This movie is linked with its previous part. To understand this movie, watching Part 1 is compulsory. Otherwise, one may not understand the video. Let's move towards its explanation. This movie starts at exactly the same point where Part 1 ended, where Crowley catches up Merbait. Merbait hits his eye and damages it, and he fell down in the water. Merbait utilizes the opportunity and runs away. Then by luck, Jack appears over there and sees her and brings her to his home. Jack was no other but the same person warning them not to go to the swamp. Merbait tells him that Victor Crowley has killed everyone and now he is following her. Then Jack replies, "I tried much to stop them going there, but no one ever listened to him." She says she came here to find for his brother and father, but Crowley also killed them. Jack inquires her about her name. Then she tells, "I'm Merbait Denston." Listening to her name, Jack understands that she is daughter of someone Denston. Jack asks her to leave his home. Merbait is unable to understand that why Jack is behaving so. He pulls out a shotgun and says, "Go to Rev Zombie if you want the answer, but leave this place." Merbait leaves that place. After some time, Jack listens a noise outside and he becomes alert. Victor Crowley appears and after snatching his intestine out and tries to choke his throat. Victor, does that so hard that his head separates from the body. Now Merbait, after leaving that place, comes to Rev Zombie. Rev Zombie does not listens to her and asks her to come again. Then she tells that she has been sent by Jack and she wants to talk some important issue. Then he calls her inside. Merbait tells him of all the incident being happened to him, but Zombie inquires about driver of that boat. She replies that he has also been killed. Listening to her, Zombie tells her that boat belonged to him and he organizes those tours secretly, and Sean makes the tour upon his own request. Merbait tells him of her father's name and inquires what he knows about him. Then Zombie narrates a story in front of her. He says when he was a little child, then Thomas Crowley used to live in jungle with her wife. Her wife was too much sick as she had stomach cancer. This disease was killing her from inside. Her nurse used to pay visit for her checkup. Thomas and that nurse become closer to each other, and Thomas was cheating her wife unintentionally because he was compelled by the circumstances. Her wife was just a living corpse who was waiting for her death. Thomas was seeing her dying a little daily. No one was there to understand his pain. When the nurse comes closer to him, he couldn't stop his emotions. They hide their affair from Shell and her wife. Now the time comes when they think she has died and they both agree to live together for the rest of life. But she was never dead and comes to know about affair. Then she curses upon their unborn child, and when the child is born, he is too scary that her mother dies seeing him. Nevertheless, Thomas used to hate Victor, but as the time passes, he used to love him because he was the only child he had. Then the Halloween night comes when, due to mischief of 3 childs, Victor Crowley becomes dead. After passing 10 years, Thomas also passes away, and from this day Victor Crowley searches for his father every night from there, and whoever comes in between he kills him. But what all this has to do with Meribeth's father? Now the big secret gets exposed. That secret was that to those 3 childs because of which Victor Crowley was dead, one of them was Merbeth's father. Then Merbait requests Zombie to take her over there because she wants to get the dead body of his father and brother for the funeral. But Zombie understands that she only wants the revenge, so Zombie refuses her. Then Merbait threatens her of police. Then he becomes agree to go with her, but he raises bet before going there. He demands of Meribeth's uncle. Merbait agrees to him and leaves. After she leaves, Zombie asks to gather well-trained hunters, in which he specially mentions Trent. On the other hand, Merbait visits her uncle and tells him of whole incident. His uncle replies Victor Crowley is just a rumor and she should inform police. Then Merbait asks him that once he follow him to swamp, upon her return she will tell all to police. He agrees and both become ready to go there. Merbait again visits Zombie where all hunters were gathered. Zombie tells all hunters that they have to go there to find his boat, and in return he will reward them. He says that by doing this they might have to hunt someone. As he names Victor Crowley, everyone moves from there, and Trent also intends to leave. Then Zombie greets him of double money and stops him. Very few people are now left over there. He says if they manage to bring his boat back, he will award $500, but for Crowley he may award $5,000. and they all move from there after necessary preparations. Evening prevails as they approach there. They all try to find boat, and now night has fallen. To save time, they all scatter away. In those people, Marybeth, her uncle, Zombie, and Justin go for finding Crowley's home, wherein those hunters to people start capturing alligators because they believed that Victor Crowley was just a mystery, and to waste time upon him they can capture alligators and earn money. Then they hear of Crowley's scream. They think as if someone is pranking with them. Then a hunter tries to proceed further to check, and Crowley appears from bushes. He snatches him and kills from his hatchet. The other hunter left alone tries to escape after starting the boat, but Victor captures and eliminates him by throwing his head and propeller of the boat. On the other hand, Zombie tells Justin that he has a plan to kill Crowley. He tells him those 3 childs involved in Crowley's death include Marybeth's father, second his uncle, and thirdly Trent, who was offered double money for this adventure. Marybeth's father has already been killed. When he kills both of them, his quest for vengeance will be complete, and Crowley's chapter would be closed here, and the swamp would be opened again, and his tour business will continue again. He was thinking about this for long, and finally they found Victor's Crowley's home, but no dead body was there. Marybeth's father's and brother's dead body was also missing. Accompanying them, Leighton and Avery were outside, and suddenly Crowley removes Leighton's head. Avery was unaware, but as she comes to know, it becomes too late, and Crowley finishes her too. In those hunters, John and Vernon listen voice from bushes, and they both go there to check. Then Crowley appears and cuts them in half. After listening these noises, Trent becomes very much alert. Justin and Marybeth hide in a room, and there Justin tells Marybeth of Zombie's plan. Listening all this, she goes out to save her uncle. Justin suddenly shuts the door and puts chair across the door, but he was unaware that Crowley was just standing back to him. He cuts off his head and kills him badly. After that, he breaks the door and attacks them. He captures Trent, but Trent was never less than a monster. He bravely fights with Crowley. He hits Crowley so bad that Crowley is pity to see. As he wants to kill him from chopper, Crowley breaks his leg in response. He hits him on the table and kicks so badly, then removes his head from the body. Zombie drags Marybeth out of the house and locks Bob inside. No, Crowley catches Bob and kills him too. Zombie thinks that now Crowley's revenge is completed, and now he will never come back. Marybeth wants to tell the police all about this. Zombie tries to shoot her. Then she tells Zombie that Bob was never her real uncle. He was the best friend of her father, and his uncle passed away years ago because of blood cancer. Zombie starts wondering listening to her. He looks up front where Crowley was standing carrying his hatchet, and he captures him, but Crowley cuts him into pieces from his hatchet. Zombie was wrong about him. Crowley was never dead, never. His revenge was completed. Crowley holds his spine and separates his body from the skin. Utilizing the opportunity, Marybeth picks up the hatchet and hits badly Crowley in his face. She hits him so much that his face disappears, but still he could move his fingers. Then Marybeth takes a shotgun and splashes his in his face. One thing is clear, that Victor Crowley is still alive. This movie ends here, and what happens next shall be shown in next part.